Hi, my name is Bailey Brown. This is my third reading log. It is over the Newbery Award-winning book, Maniac Magee by Jerry Spinelli. The publisher is Little Brown and Company with a copyright date of 1990. There are 184 pages and the genre is fiction, and I find it appropriate for ages 10 and up. So this book was a little lengthier than the other books I've read, so I'm going to try and keep the summaries short and sweet. It's all about Jeffrey Magee, who was orphaned at 3 years old and went to live with his aunt and uncle in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. So the entire story, basically his aunt and uncle don't get along. They are Catholic, so they don't believe in divorce. And Jeffrey gets tired of living with a dysfunctional family, so he runs away and wants to find a family in some place he can call home. Along the way, he ends up landing in Two Mills, and this is a town where Hector Street divides the East and West and the blacks and whites. So racism is big in this book, and it's all about friendship and finding a family and Jeffrey finding his home. And you're probably wondering, where does the name Maniac Magee come in? So this entire time in Two Mills, Maniac Jeffrey is accomplishing all these amazing tasks with athletic abilities. He undoes this knot. It's called Cobble's Knot, and it's super famous in the town. And he gets it all unwound, and everyone finds that just amazing. And they also find it amazing that he runs everywhere he goes. And he also does this pretty crazy thing. There's this guy named Finsterwald, and he goes and not only sits on his steps, which was unthought of, but he knocks on the door and has a conversation with the man. So over the course of time, Jeffrey, who gets the nickname Maniac because of all those tasks, realizes that segregation is a thing. When he first entered the town, he didn't really understand that there was a division between blacks and whites. He befriended a little black girl named Amanda Beale and ended up living with them, but they were targeted, so he moved on and met another friend, Grayson, who he lived with for a while. He was an ex-minor league baseball player. He even taught Grayson how to read, and he ended up dying. So really the whole time, Jeffrey felt like he didn't have a home. But in the end, he finds his home, his way back with the Beals, actually. And I think that's the overall theme of the book, is friendship and family and uniting as one instead of having segregated sides of town. My own personal reflection, I think this is a good book for children because it teaches them to know their own self-worth. For Jeffrey, he really didn't know what his worth was. He felt like he was lonely, but he realized that he had helped so many people along his journey. I think this is also a good book for discussing segregation and racism. But with that said, definitely with the older kids. I think the younger ones would have a little trouble understanding some of the things that they say and the style that Spinelli used for the book. But with that being said, I kind of related to this book because where I'm from, there is a railroad that divides our town from the east and west side. The east side is kind of seen as the poor side of town, and the west side is seen as the more elite side of town. And when I was in grade school, we had one grade school on the east side and one on the west side. And once you got into middle school, everyone went to the same middle school. So the kids would say, were you from Eugene Underwear or Winfield Snot? Which was not the actual name of the school. It was Eugene Ware and Winfield Scott. But the kids criticized each other for which side of town they lived on. And that's gotten better in the last few years because the schools combined so that grades K through 2 is in one school and grades 3 through 5 is in the other school. But I thought that was really similar to the book. With my class, since this book does not have illustrations, I would have my students draw pictures as they read the book, and I would want them to really think about the details of the separation of the town, as well as the differences between the characters, and put that into their illustrations. So again, this book is Maniac McGee, and it is by Jerry Spinelli, and it is a Newbery Award winner.